Good morning, brothers and sisters. It is so good to be here. So good. My name is Dorothy, like the girl in Wizard of Oz who was searching for her way home. When I was asked to do this testimony, I thought, man, how could I share all of the blessings that I've experienced through Itara in just a few minutes? As I sought wisdom from the Lord, He impressed upon me to share a story of love that takes place within our Father's home. Almost 5 years ago, I was blessed with late-stage cancer. I say blessed because throughout that year of really just hard times, I experienced God's profound love in a most tender and intimate way, so much so that I wanted to be back home with Jesus. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about heavenly home. I certainly did not want my cancer to come back. I just wanted to be back home with my Father, that place of real refuge, strength, love, and peace. When Pastor Seth came to speak at the garden last year, I shared with him my desire to return home to that just incredibly intimate time with Jesus during my treatment. Pastor Seth prayed a prophetic prayer over me. He prayed that I would see God as kind, loving, joyful. He prayed that with a click of a heel, that this Dorothy would find it easy to be home and to feel His love and to feel secure and safe with stability of heart and mind. Fast forward to this January, I was invited to join the Itara team on mission to Rwanda. This would be my very first mission in the traditional sense of being sent to a foreign country to provide help. I knew that immediately in my heart that I was going to go. God made it very clear to me, though, that this was not about physically going somewhere to help for a week. After all, COVID came upon us. The airline flights were canceled, and our mission was postponed. A few weeks, though, after our would-be Itara trip, God revealed to me that we were definitely still going on a mission. Actually, no. We were going on a co-mission, the Great Commission. God orchestrated a virtual mission that brought together even more brothers and sisters to Rwanda than we ever planned. Our Itara summer mission took flight 2 weeks ago, with more than 30 of us landing together in Rwanda to listen to the artisan stories. Each lady shared what brought them to a relationship with Jesus, as well as what their hopes and their dreams were for Itara. I was blown away by so many truths, of which I'd like to share a few. Truth number one, even though the moms themselves were dealing with COVID, they had been praying so earnestly for our protection and safety here in America. Food and transportation was really scarce in their village, yet they were so grateful for the joy and the basic necessities and the food that the garden provided. They had so little, yet they shared whatever little things they had with their neighbors whose homes lacked the stability and the security. Truth number two, when I asked how each of the artisans came to know and love Jesus, there was just such power, conviction, and a real sense of having found home in Jesus, no matter what trials or joys or mundane things that they've been through. You know, how could it be that someone who went through such horrendous genocide, such loss, unimaginable loss of loved ones, could find forgiveness, liberation, joy, love, and peace through the darkness? How could it be? But really only through the shelter of our Father's home. Third truth, when I asked the ladies what we could pray for them, every single lady said a prayer that reflected this outward love and care that showed that their needs were above their own. They all asked that Itara would grow so that it would house more people in need. You know, I realized then that we, the garden team, we're really not the only missionaries. Rather, God blessed and watered our garden with Itara missionaries who provided powerful and spontaneous testimonies that humbled and convicted us. As I soaked in the love that overflowed from these missionaries, John 14 really resonated deep in my heart. The current Itara workplace has been a very special home for the ladies. It is where they had grown close to each other, where they had encouraged, nurtured, mended each other's hearts within our Father's home. John 14 reminds us that there is plenty of room for brothers and sisters to be blessed and to be blessed in my Father's house. He has prepared so many rooms for those who live in him. The Itara artisans prayed for a bigger workshop, a bigger home, with plenty of room to house other hearts that have been sewn together with Christ's love. It dawned on me that within this room, this house of many rooms, Itara would grow so that many, many more could enter our Father's home. So brothers and sisters, just like that, with a click of a heel, God answered this Dorothy's prayer to find her way home. I pray that others would also find it easy to find Jesus' love, to feel safe, to feel secure, and to find their way home to him. John 14 assures us in confident hope that Itara would grow so that many more could enter our Father's house. As our dear sister Gina Leeper eloquently shared, God really is the thread that connects the fabric of our lives. Thank you, God. Thank you for sewing our hearts together.